All right, kind of out of left field, we got an Ultimate Clash LR. So Bio Broly is dropping in the game, and from what I've heard, his details are pretty good, but I'm going to look at it for the first time in a bit. I'll have the animations playing in the background before we talk about the kit, but one thing I wanted to say really quickly is that not only are you able to get him with Battlefield Memory from Ultimate Clash, but he is also an EZA, which you'll also have to get the EZA medals for from Ultimate Clash, which is really bad. I've talked about this in the past, but I really don't like it when these free-to-play units just get immediate EZAs or instant EZAs, because it just ruins them for later, right? But he's good, but like in a year, is he going to be good? Probably not, which is why we really don't want these EZAs to happen, right? But regardless, this is the animations. We're getting really close to the end. I think that was it. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll also link it down below, or I'll probably also link the short of me just playing it as well. But let's go ahead and look at his actual kit and details. So he has it where, as you can see here, he has the level 25. His stats are a little bit low for being an LR defensively, but let's keep looking, right? He's an uncontrollable power, key +4 and 150%. I do like it being a free-to-play, so it means that you could run Bio Broly as your leader, and then have it where you can run like Int Int Super Saiyan Broly as your friend leader, right? Then he also has the entrance animation where he gets key +8 or 10, or key +8 to 10, randomly at the start of the turn. He recovers 26% HP at the end of the character's attacking turn, and he launches an additional super attack for 4 turns from the character's entry turn when there is another uncontrollable power ally attacking in the same turn, or ally on the team upon the character's entry turn, excuse me. He gets key +3 and a high chance of performing a critical hit, just base. He has 180% attack and defense and 30% damage reduction when performing a super attack. He gets an additional 30% damage reduction when all allies attacking in the same turn are uncontrollable power category allies or characters. He also gets an additional 6% crit chance, excuse me, up to 30%, and 6% damage reduction up to 30% with each turn pass starting from the 7th turn from the character's entry turn, and damage reduction rate -6% with each turn pass, no more than 30%. So that's actually a little bit difficult to understand. What is that? Plus an additional... Oh, I get it. So the way that I believe it works is at the start of the turn, he will get 6% crit chance and 6% damage reduction with each turn that passed. But then starting from the 7th turn, it'll then flip and make it where he loses damage reduction as the fight goes on. So basically, his main uses are going to be between turn 1 through 7, and then starting from turn 7, he will get weaker as time goes on. Considering the fact that he's going to have, 90% damage reduction on turn 7, though, he's probably going to be insanely good, right? It doesn't even matter, like, we could just quickly discuss it. The fact that he doesn't have a lot of attack and defense, he only has 180% attack and defense, and that's literally it. So that part is probably going to make it where like his attack might be pretty bad, I would say. But like defensively, he probably is just going to be a juggernaut, having 60% damage reduction at all times with an additional 6% each time, or with each turn that passes. Like he'll have 66% on his starting turn, and then up to 90% on turn 7, and then past turn 7 he'll obviously lose that 6% each time. But then he has the active skill, which is Ultra Genome Ray, I believe. It can be activated when all allies are uncontrollable power category allies, starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry turn. That's not good. I would say having it where it's like 6th turn and beyond, but let's see. Massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and guards all attacks and directs attacks enemies' attacks towards this character for 1 turn. That's pretty good. So he does damage. He is basically just Cell Max. He gets guard. He causes damage to the enemy, of course. He and then redirects attacks towards him. That could be really powerful, considering the fact that like we were literally just talking about him having the damage reduction, where it's not only 30% just baseline, but then also the 30% when supering. He'll be good. He'll be good. Greatly raising attack for 1 turn, lowering the enemy's attack, and then we can see here. Let me just. Is that the only image? No, I'm assuming it's this one, right? Yeah. Greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn. So he only gets, like I said, attack and defense on his super attack effect. He has nothing multiplicative other than his super attack effect. So I'm curious to see how he's going to look like in game. But we also have the physical Goten and Trunks EZA. Now, it happens as per usual, but we don't actually get to see the information on Global because they don't tell us. Now, Minatos is here and has the information for us. So let's go ahead and read it. So, Kamehameha or Gifted Fighters 170%. 12 key raises their attack and defense by 50% for 1 turn. And then the unit super attack not only gives the 50% attack and defense, but also giving attack and defense plus 30% for 2 turns to all allies. That's good because it means that it's basically yeah, it's just basically what's it called? It's just like all these other support units, like 17, 18. I think MVP 17 has like something similar where they just give the attack and defense for the couple of turns. So having this for that is not bad for sure. It just means that we have another pseudo support unit on the team. 3 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. 150% when performing a super attack. An additional chance, a great chance, excuse me, of getting an additional 100% 2 times. High chance of launching additional super attack. High chance of performing a crit. So full dodge for this character. No, I'm kidding. Medium chance, so 30% chance of dodging enemies' attacks. 20% attack and defense up to 100%, and chance to evade enemies' attacks. 10% increase with each attack received or evaded. That's better. So before it was just evaded. Now he actually gets, or they actually get, the attack and defense, or just the evasion chance by getting hit as well. That's not bad. Chance to perform a critical hit plus 30% and reduces damage received by 30% when all allies attacking in the same turn are in the Kamehameha category. The thing that kind of sucks, but we'll see during the day to download, I would hope that the Tech Krillin from this actually gets the EZA as well. We can't really know until it drops, but either way, amazing details, you know, busted just EZA, of course. We obviously have to work around that 70% chance of getting the attack and defense, but we'll just hope, you know, we could just hope that it happens. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't. And then the attack and defense being multiplicative for the dodge chance is actually pretty good. And just the fact that he'll have 80% chance to dodge is going to make this like a very, very valuable unit. The only issue is, I would say, the fact that there's like no good Krillin that I could think of. Like maybe just like STR Krillin from the World Tournament, 23rd World Tournament, or Trunks Kid or Goten Kid. They're the only ones, so you won't really see that 30% attack and defense support, I would think. I'm trying to think and I can't really think of any. I guess we just did get the EZAs, and I think they have like 80% damage reduction. So what you could do is always put physical Goten and Trunks in slot 2, and then the EZA'd Goten or Trunks in slot 3. But I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't really matter too much because the only thing you'll be losing out on is the support. But let me know what you guys think. Other than that, hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Let me like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you as always for being a member. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.